Christianity is the fittest stepping down and sacrificing himself for the survival of the weakest. And that changes things in that mercy and justice are not pitted against each other. It's not justice at the expense of mercy. It's not mercy at the expense of justice. They're actually accomplished together in the act of the cross, where the self-volunteering of Jesus going to the cross, right? He says, no one takes my life from me. I give it of my own accord.
This is why forgiveness is an accomplishable goal, even for the most heinous act, because God has already taken on the punishment for that heinous act that that person committed.
Well, and forgiveness is costly, right? Like there's always a cost to forgiveness somewhere. And so
I'm just saying in general, that perceived lack of justice doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Yes, this person killed somebody. Yeah, Jesus died on the cross for that very thing that person did. Yeah. It's not this person killed somebody. All right, how are we going to reconcile this? Do we give him 20 lashes? What is the thing for this act?
Right.
And who gets to decide that? It's already been decided. Right. So now we can go forgive.
It's not a points-based system either, which also gets hairy with like, so Islam is this concept within the Quran of the scales. Okay. Right? So you do bad things, you just try to outweigh them with your good things. Mm-hmm. There's a weird subjectivity to that.
Right, because who decides,
And actually Isaiah says that our righteous acts are like filthy rags. And the term there, it's debated, but could actually mean something like menstrual rags. Like they're not just dirty and gross, and it's like ritually impure with stuff you don't want to get near. And so it's like, look, God, look at all the good things I'm doing. And he's like, you don't understand compared to my holiness, how like far that measures up. And so once again, God doesn't need to do any of this. God doesn't need to create. God doesn't need to forgive. God doesn't need to give mercy or justice. But the fact that he does, and then calls us all into that, to turn away. So the word repentance in Greek, metanoite, actually means to change one's mind and actions and attitudes. Like it's less of a, just don't do it anymore. It's more of like metanoia, change your brain. Like change it entirely. Your thought patterns start. It's what I talked about before with the 10 Commandments. Like you're seeing it as a command, and God is saying, no, it's a promise. You don't need to steal. You don't need to murder. You don't need to lie. You don't need to. Those are promises that God makes to you because of who you are through what he can do.
And then if you don't change, you said you either become Adam or you become Christ, right?
Well, so it's like when you stand before the judgment throne, you're either going to take the penalty you deserve, or you're going to be covered in the righteousness of Christ, and that penalty is on him.